Hi, these comments are for AK. I am Michael from OTC.com, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com. Thank you for doing your independent speaking practice for today. I have it. So I think the question here is, do you like to move around a lot or do you prefer to stay in the same place? And let's listen to it. And I also have right here, I have the independent speaking rubrics. I can actually give you a score here based on your performance. So let's get right to it. So let's listen to it. I'll listen to it the whole time without any comments at all, and then I'll give you comments a second time. And yes, you can send your speaking practice test from any email you desire. No problem. All right, here we go.
I would prefer to live in a same place rather than shifting a lot because it saves money and time both. First, living in the same place would be very affordable. For instance, right now my house is in the Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and the mortgage of my house is around $800 and it's really affordable for me. If I would try to move toward a new house, then maybe I would have to pay around $14 to $1,800 and it's really hard for me to pay. Second, shifting is a time consuming task as I am a housewife with two children and I have to do my all house chores all alone, and it's really hard for me to pack all my stuff with this busy schedule. Therefore, it's better for me to live in the same place for these two reasons.
Okay, pretty good. So let's look at it here. Yeah, it says the four well-paced flow, speech is clear. No, I can't say that. Includes minor lapses, minor difficulties. I think that your intelligibility is affected by your delivery, so I think you have some problems here. So I'm going to put you right now between 2.5 and 3. So I'm guessing maybe right around 17 to 18 points out of 30. So I think you got to make some significant improvements in delivery, I think, before you're going to be able to keep going up. That means you have to improve your overall pronunciation. That's it. All right, let's listen to it one more time.
I would prefer to live in a same place rather than shifting a lot because it
Rather than shifting, usually we don't use shifting to talk about move or moving. So I think that's the wrong word. Not very natural sounding. So that's a vocabulary issue. So I prefer to live in the same place rather than move around a lot. I would say it like that.
saves money and time both. First, living in the same place would be very affordable. For instance, right now my house is in the Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and the mortgage of my house is around $800 and it's really affordable for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, $800. And the S sounds like a Z at the end of that word because it comes after a voice consonant. But listen to what we said one more time here. Hold on. I need to check your language
Right
again.
now my house is in the Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and the mortgage of my house is around $800 and it's really affordable for me.
Now, you're probably using too many ands in there. I would say, so it is really affordable. So don't get stuck on just using and all the time. Make sure you have a variety of connecting words you can use to help show the relationship of your ideas.
Me. If I would try to move toward a new house, then maybe I would have to pay around 14 to $1,800 and it's really hard for me to.
Yeah, 14 to $1,800, maybe comma, which would be very difficult for me. So again, you're going to that same connector, and. But we have subordinators, we have transition words, and we have coordinating conjunctions. You should use a variety of those kinds of connectors in your speaking because it kind of shows that you have a combination of both basic and advanced grammar. If you rely too much on just and all the time, that shows you have limitations with your sentence structure.
Pay. Second, shifting is a time consuming task as
I would say moving to another place is a time consuming task. So I want you to review the pronunciation of the T, the D consonant sounds, the P and the B consonant sounds. You can learn more about how to pronounce those sounds by going to the pronunciation part of my online TOEFL course.
I am a housewife with two children and I have
Say with two, ooh, 2
to
children.
do my all house chores all alone, and it's really hard for me to pack all my stuff with this.
To pack all my belongings. How about to pack my personal effects and my family's belongings? Maybe use that instead of stuff. Stuff is kind of a weak word. It doesn't do much to explain your ideas. So to help you with vocabulary, I think you can probably improve in that area. Go over to the vocabulary part of my course. I want you to check out vocabulary lesson number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6.
Busy schedule. Therefore, it's better for me to live in the same place for these two reasons.
Okay. So I think on this one, I'm going to say maybe 19 to 20 points out of 30. I don't see you getting 26 on this by any stretch of the imagination. So follow my comments. I gave you a lot of things you can do right now to help you improve. Now remember, the most important thing you can do here, it's not just reviewing the lessons in my online TOEFL course. You have to continue to speak English. Put yourself in as many different positions as you can to communicate in English with native speakers. The more you do that, the more feedback you're going to get, the more you begin to modify your own pronunciation unconsciously so you speak more clearly. So that's good. How about this? Also, increase your input right now, your listening input. Watch TV and radio, listen to the radio, focus on news, documentary history, and science programs. That's also going to be very good for you. So this is important. I want you to get a note card, some kind of a note card, right? And I want you to write on it, put TOEFL Speaking 26. Put that in your mirror in your master bedroom, in the master bath area. I want you to, every time you wake up, every morning, you'll see that. TOEFL Speaking 26, right? Now below it, I want you to put a question. Right below it, put what am I going to do to improve my speaking for today? And each day, deliberately, I want you to think of things you can do to continually improve your speaking. Because if you take direct action and direct steps, that's going to have a positive impact on your speaking fluency, of course your speaking score, but more importantly, you will be able to speak more clearly to native speakers and they will be able to understand you better. That's the ultimate goal here. That's what you're trying to do. Alrighty? And thank you for doing this practice test.